Alright. What's poppin'? What's poppin', B? This is Go for Jack here, coming at you with some showdown fights, some real spicy, some fresh, some new. Alright, so anyway, look at those legs. Yeah, fuck yeah, it'd fuck me, dude. Anyway, uh, let's get back into this fight. Let's go. Alright, so this is against some person, and yeah, so looking at their team, they have a pretty bulky team. Like a Sableye checks most of my team. I think it carries Will-O-Wisp, Magic Bounce, Magic Guard. I think it's Magic Bounce. Foul Play, some other moves that are really annoying. Recover, I think, yeah, that's one. Toxapex, I think my Como and my Charizard can take it. It's a Mega Charizard X. I think it can take it just fine, but this team is really scary, bulky team. Anyway, so I decided to lead with my Mamoswine, and they decided to lead with the Sableye, which is a pretty smart move since I can't set up Stealth Rock, so I just go for the knockoff as I get burned the Will-O-Wisp. So seeing that, I probably shouldn't have switched to Landorus, because the Will-O-Wisp could have hit me. It would have been really bad. Anyway, I decided to go U-turn to see what they switch into. So I switched into Charizard, and then they switched to Toxapex. I realized they're gonna switch, so I Dragon Dance, and I go for the Thunder Punch. I didn't know she carried Haze, but it would have gone for second Dragon Dance. But I decided not to risk it, so I decided to go for second Dragon Dance, hoping it would knock him out. So, but they predict that and switched to Salamence. I switched to Mamoswine just to scout what this thing wants to do to me as toxic. So I figured out it's a bulky set, so I decided to go to Stealth Rocks on the switch, but Magic Bounce screws me over as it should. So then I thought my Rotom's pretty much useless at this point because it doesn't have leftovers. So I decided to Toxic whatever comes in. I can Toxic everything except for Toxapex and Sableye. But that was actually a bad play because Chansey has a natural cure. So I switch into Como on the top of blue because it can't really damage me unless it has like Will-O-Wisp, which I don't think it carries. So then I go Dragon Dance because I knew that she wanted to switch. So I go Earthquake on Toxapex. It doesn't do that much as I hope. So then the Haze obviously screws me over again. So you go Dragon Dance because I knew that the Toxapex wasn't gonna Haze twice, and I didn't know the Skarmory had Whirlwind, so it's also pretty bad. So I go into Landorus, which was I don't know what to do at this point. So I keep going for the chip damage just to see. So the spikes and the Stealth Rocks take the toll on Charizard. Take their toll. Switches into Salamence. I decided to go for the to switch here into Celesteela because it didn't matter because the Dragon Tail. You couldn't really do much to Celesteela, seeing it's a bulky set. So I switch into Landorus. They switch into a Skarmory, which checks me. Charizard comes back out. She roosts, Skarmory roosts, and so I decided to I got lucky and shit, and Skarmory didn't Whirlwind, so I go for Dragon Dance. Haze screws me over yet again for the fourth time. So I go for another Dragon Dance, knowing that they don't want to risk the Toxapex dying, so I go to Dragon Claw. Well, he Dragon Tails me and kills off Charizard. This is looking pretty bad for me anyway. But I go for the Roost, I go for the Air Slash. It was not gonna kill. I didn't want to go for Leech Seed because I knew that it would eventually switch out and it would not matter. But I eventually did go for Leech Seed, so I'm actually lying to you. and Sableye comes out. I don't want to leech seed that thing because it would just bounce back at me and it'd be really counterproductive. But then the recover, this thing completely walls my entire team, aside from maybe Charizard and Pomo, and Landorus, but it has Will-O-Wisp, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Toxapex comes out, I Air Slash. This is a really long game. I'm gonna kill myself. I hate my life. Chansey also walls me. I don't know why they keep switching. So then I go for Leech Seed. Like, I thought they'd stay in Chansey because it completely walls me, but it just bounced back and had to switch to it, something. So I just went into this for Death Water. I miss. Which didn't really matter because seeing like what's going on in this entire game, nothing's going in my favor. So I dive to Poison, and then I go to Como, which was at a full health, and I switch back because I need the Will-O-Wisp was coming, and that was right. And it doesn't matter because Mamoswine can't really do anything to this thing. And then my leftovers get knocked off. This is a really bad game for me. Go for the luckiest crit of my life, but then it just recovers, and I just keep going for Ice Shard because there's nothing I can do at this point. So either play it out, hope for a miracle, or forfeit, which I didn't forfeit, by the way. The Will-O-Wisp attacks me, hits me, go for another Air Slash, recover, and then just keep going for Air Slash at this point. There's not much I can really do. And then Toxapex comes out. Air Slash does a lot to it, but it has Regenerator, so it doesn't really matter that much what I do to it at the end of the day. It just healed off all the damage it did to it. At this point, I don't know what, like, I don't know if it's BM. I don't know if I'm being trolled by XD, but I go for an Earthquake. The Will-O-Wisp hits me, as I said would. Skarmory comes out. It's immune to Earthquake. Extremely tilted at this point, so because I realized nothing I do matters, so I switch into Como and kills me with a Brave Bird. Somehow spikes, Whirlwind, Brave Bird, and it has a Z move on top of it. So that's just gonna end me and my entire life. That's the end of me right there. Anyway, that was a good game. I didn't kill anything. Got destroyed by this bulky ass team. I'll kill myself after this. I'm leaving. Get out of here. See you later. Alright. Before we get this next battle underway, just want to give a quick shout out to ladders. I think ladders are amazing. I think Thomas Ladder really did some great things to our community as our human being community. I think like they can get you places. They can get you a lot of places, a lot of hard to reach places. So anyway, so the battle's gonna start right now. Right now. Just wait. Okay, and go. Okay, looking at his team real quick. His team. He has Dugtrio, the Ninetales thing, the Trevenant. I haven't seen Trevenant since like 2 years ago. And I know that it likes to carry a Harvest. And it's 100% under the sun, which made me believe that the Charizard was actually Y, Mega Charizard Y, but we'll just see what happens this game. So I decided to start off with my lead Smeargle with Choice Scarf. He decides to go for Rock Slide while I go for Sticky Web. He went for Earthquake, which makes me wonder why he didn't just go for that twice instead of Rock Slide and then Earthquake. I mean, what if he missed? So then I go into this, it flinches, and then he misses. So that's pretty good for me. Well, I mean, I made up for the turn, but it's whatever. He switches into Trevenant. I go for Scald, hoping it would burn. I go for it again, hoping it would burn. It doesn't burn, obviously. He goes for a Leech Seed, which, like, it's a pretty annoying set to have. And I go for, I didn't know he had Will-O-Wisp, but I still went for Scissor. Mega Evolve, we go for Knockoff. It actually does a pretty decent amount of damage, despite being burned and having my damage in half. But whatever. Go for another knockoff. He goes for Phantom Force, I believe. And then I can't hit him this turn because of Phantom Force, so I decided to go for Roost. Just to try to keep my bulky Scissor alive. Carries Bullet Punch, Roost, Sword Stance, and knockoff. Go for... I know one more knockoff next turn will kill him, so I just go for Roost. He goes for Phantom Force, he leech lives, he leech seeds off of me. I knock off. And he dies. And that's game. Alright, so he goes for this thing. He's gonna Rapid Spin. So then I decided to go for a Roost. Just to try to keep my sister alive. Because I don't want to lose it. I think it's pretty valuable asset to my team. He goes for Scald. I go for Sword Stance. I get burned, so that damage adds up. He goes for Haze. And I go for Roost. Like, he probably could have killed me next turn. Considering that he was faster than me, but... whatever. I go for knockoff again to get that Black Sludge off. So then this turn I die. Wait, I go for Bullet Punch and then I die. That's right, yeah. I die. It's a sad death. I go for Golem. I like this Golem a lot. It's Jolly Golem with Automize. And I go for Stone Edge because I can't hit Duck Trio with Return or Explosion because that's what I carry. Aside from Autonomize and whatever other fucking move they have. It was for an Veil. It's basically like Reflecting Light Screen. So I go for a Return to kill it. And then he goes for Charizard. And look at how much damage this does, guys. Look at this shit. Oh my god. It did like, what, 10%? This is pretty hype right there. Pretty hype damage. Go for Stone Edge. You know, whatever. He's gonna kill me next turn. And you know, he's sitting pretty good. He thinks he's won. You know, 2 Dragon Dances. I go for a Pelipper to set up Drizzle for my Greninjas. He goes for Thunder Punch and one hits my Pelipper. So then he thinks he's won the game, but I luckily get a 3-hit on Water Shuriken. As it's a priority, I go first, and my Battle Bond activates and Ash Greninja comes out. Thunder Wave does not affect Ash Greninja for some reason. As I go for Nice Beam and just poop on this guy, poop on this guy's day. I'm sorry. As you see, he stated that it was an epic Charizard sweep. As I proceed, Reality hits him in the face and I win because I'm the best in the world. That's right, boys. Good game.